Hey, how's it going? As I said earlier, I'm sorry. It's still Sunday. I started this with the camera in the wrong angle, so I changed it. Anyhow, as I told you, I had to check on my worms. So I checked on them thinking I killed them all because, I suck. Trying something new, you all always have a tendency to fail your first couple of times. And I do think the first worms, like 4 or 5 I had, I did kill, but these I'm excited. Okay, so I'm doing two things. First of all, well, three things. I needed to drain the water from the vermicose because, of course, water falls because gravity works. Imagine that. So there's like a little basket on the very bottom of the verma bin, and I'm going to show it to you in a second. Well, anyway, one of its purposes is to gather the fluids that drains down, and it's good that it's there. So I wanted to collect that water because for the most part it's just leaf water, leaf stained water, which is why it's brown, but it also got mixed up with worm poo because apparently I didn't kill them all. So that's what I wanted to show you. Also, within that water that I drained from the worm vermicoast, I also put in $3 bills, and it's going to go towards an art project. And these dollar bills serve no particular purpose other than just being random bills that I happen to have, but I have thought about doing an art project with dollar bills, but I did not want them to be crisp and clean because life and money is never crisp and clean. It is dirty. So I wanted to dirty them up. So they are now sitting in the leaf poo complex of liquid. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'm sure the worm I wanted to show you. Sorry, I'm sure the worm I wanted to show you has already gone back down because I was so excited I had to take my other glove off in order to operate the phone. So anyway, I want to show you. Right here's the dollar bills. Okay, cool. And that's the leaf water that came from this bag that's attached to the bottom. Anyway, I'm going to use that in my compost and stuff like that, but I wanted the dollar bills to stop looking so pretty. You know what I mean? I wanted them to get dirty looking. So they're in there soaking up the dye, but it's hard for a dollar bill to really soak in dye. All right, so this is the compost. Yes, there's some mold kicking in here. I have a glove on, but I was so excited. There he is. There's one of them. You see that? Look at that sucker. Look at the beauty and the structure on him. He is fat. He is ready, or she, because they're both. They're a he, she. So, anyway, he's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, if you know you found one like that, there's got to be two, right? Maybe those are the night crawlers. Or maybe he's so fat because he's all by himself. I'm trying to spread out things, but I can tell in this it's very moist. Even with gloves on, I can tell. So I'm going to add some peat moss in here. These apples need to be broken. They're just too... Even smushing it on the ground doesn't open it. Oh my God. All right, try. There we go. Mush. That's much easier for them to access. So mush goes the apple. But that's going to create more liquid. I only have one surviving toilet paper. Some broken up, but not really digestible things. Here's another solid apple. It needs to be crushed. Hold on. Put that down. Crush. Ooh. Strong apple, even with rotten. All right, crush. There we go. Bunch of crush apple. Throw that in. But because it's so moist, I'm going to go ahead and add some uber dry peat moss. If nothing else, that will absorb some of that moisture without really interfering with the worms themselves. Is that another whole apple? No, that's a whole apple. All right, crush. Yeah, that's good. All right, put that in there. It's got plenty of apple. They can have access. I only saw that one worm. So did I kill off the other worms? Oop, oop. There's a worm. There's a worm. See? And it's a fat one too. It might be the same worm. But I see one worm. Some more down here. I don't see any more. That's the struggle, is I don't have it set up in a bin like some people who do vermicomposting. And that means I can't see. Oop, oop, oop. I think I saw another worm. And it was more buried. Oop, is that it? The stick. It's okay. I'm going to have to go to the store definitely and buy more worms. But it's set up as a good bed. I think it's a good bed. And now that I'm mixing it up and stirring it up, okay, there may be more in here, more worms. Doesn't really need more stuff, but I do in one of my buckets over here. I told you I got shit everywhere. We can go ahead and add these in, because why not? It can absorb stuff. But also in here, kind of, they're not as dehydrated as I'd like, but it is just crushed eggshell. So I can just add some that's crushed. So at least they'll have that in there. And it'll give more of these time to dry out. Plus I have more. I do know I need to buy more worms because I only saw those two, which could have been the same one. But that's okay. So far it's starting off pretty good. This stick seems to be doing all right. Now granted, I did need to move it with my own hand. But, oh, I guess I should put that cantaloupe in there too. Get that started on this. Let's so that's flipped over. I have a cantaloupe that I purposely bought to put in here and never put it in. It's rotted like a bitch. It's got all kinds of lovely fun stuff on it already. See if I can squish it with my hand because it's so rotten. Since I have gloves on. Oh yeah. So that one worm that I saw, it's going to love the hell out of that. And this, Joey put his plant in there. Oh my God. I do my gardening and it gets my son excited to do gardening. It is what it is. All right. Put that down so I can use my bucket of water, which is why I have a bucket of water. Rinse my hand off. Yes, I have a glove on, but this way the glove is pretty much clean for me to do whatever ventures I do next. Yeah, I pissed off all the gnats. Here's a sad little carrot stick. Oh, that's so funny. Because I bought that carrot stick at the same time I bought this carrot stick. But I used this carrot stick to crush the eggshell. You see how it's got egg on the end? Yeah. These are all experiments. This is from checking out what kind of dirt we have on a local beach. I believe I got this dirt from Tyndall Point. This is just a leftover. These need to basically go in the trash. I could, I guess. This doesn't look like it has any eyes. It's not connected to anything. So we'll take this, dump the dirt into here. Then take this and throw it in the trash can that's behind this. All right. So now what I'm going to do with my worms is I'm going to put this very moist towel back on top so that it keeps things inside the bin, as it were, moisture in the bin, even if we want to try and dry it out a little bit. Um, it has an opportunity for both. I just want to put another hand scoop or two of peat moss in there in case they like the peat moss. You know what I mean? Because it is something dry, but yet close to digestible. All right, so that's in there. I only saw that one worm, so they're very much so fed. I did not see like 12 colonies. So we'll cover that up. Just an old towel. Take your stick out, put that here. I do have more. I need to go ahead. Well, I can put that in the compost bin because there's plenty to eat in there. Oh, the plastic. So then I take my plastic and put that on top just to help keep moisture in because it's going to get hotter. Later, I'm going to have frozen bottles of just ice water. That's just going to be ice, basically, for keeping it cool inside the container here. All right, there we go. So that's all closed up. My glove's pretty much clean except for some pollen on it. But that's what I wanted to show you was the worm bin and the fact that I still had one worm alive. There may be 2 worms alive. I don't know. I'll have to see. But I'll go and buy more because it's not like I had thousands to begin with. And then my dollar bills, I'll show you later what I want them to to turn into, as it were, for my art project. Anyway, just a second video for the day. Again, take care of yourselves. I'm not going to kiss my fingers because they've been in a worm bin. Anyway, take care. Peace out. Bye.